Hello Gemini, and welcome to this little corner of the internet that is Wild Fox Alchemy. If we haven't met before, my name is Maria Guyan. I am an intuitive business success coach, an ecotherapist and soul healer. Before we go any further, I just want to say I am doing a giveaway this month. I decided just off the top of my head that it would be nice to give something away. Stick around to the end of the video to find out how you can enter to win a session with me worth $222. Let's have a little chat about what's going on in January 2022 for your general business and finances. This top line is your financial spread and this bottom one is a general business spread. Sometimes they interact and they kind of intermingle and work together, and sometimes they stand separately. So let's see. We start with koala spirit. Spirit has a plan. I've got the feeling that you might have been trying to manufacture your success. Though, I don't know if you've ever heard of Notes from the Universe and Mike Dooley, but he talks about the cursed house, and he talks about how we have to visualize what we want but not actually worry about how we're going to make it happen. And I'm getting the feeling, Gemini, that you are a little bit stuck with these cursed house, that you are trying to manufacture a step-by-step plan for success. And there's a part of you that's conflicted because you don't really like step-by-step plans in some respects. You like to fly by the seat of your pants. But on the other hand, sometimes you really crave the stability of having a step-by-step plan to get to where it is that you want to be. This card, the feeling that I'm getting from it, is that Spirit is saying it's time for you to surrender. It's time for you to stop trying to force things to happen in the way that you want them to happen. Oh, can you hear all that? I'm sitting here in my little fox den, and the wind is blowing a gale outside. I honestly thought I felt like Dorothy this morning. I thought my shed is just going to lift up and I'm not going to be in Kansas anymore at this rate. It's quite bad. So I apologise if you can hear rattling and banging and the wind howling. But I just felt really drawn to do this reading today, and I just wanted to get it done. But yeah, it's crazy out there. Yeah, it's time for you to stop trying to manufacture every single little step and trying to force things to happen the way that you think perhaps they should happen or that you want them to happen. You're going to need to surrender to Spirit, because Spirit has a plan for you. It knows full well what your soul is calling you to do, and it's going to bring you some opportunities, some new ideas, some inspiration, lots of different things that you may never have thought of by yourself. I feel like this is going to be quite a magical month for you, Gemini. I think that it's going to be difficult for you to let go because you're a bit of a control freak, but it's time for you to actually just let go and go with the flow. Just surrender to what is coming in for you. It's not going to slow you down doing this. I just got told the words analysis paralysis, that actually in trying to make your plans, you're creating more delays because you're not sure how to proceed. So you're kind of going over old ground or looking at different ideas, and none of them are really definitive and making full sense to you right now. So you're kind of stuck. And I'm just getting the message that says it's time for you to stop worrying about being stuck. Look for the opportunities, look for the downloads, look for the signs, for the information that comes up. Look for the questions that people are asking you about your business and what you do in your business. Look for, I don't know, lyrics of songs or something that you hear on TV. There will be something that sticks out to you. And it might not be exactly what you've been planning, but you can be very rigid about how you want to do things and miss some fantastic opportunities in the process. So Spirit is saying to me, this word surrender, it's a big deal for you this month, Gemini. You're going to have to just trust in the universe, trust in Spirit that you are going to end up where you need to be. Now, I'm being told that doesn't mean you can be lazy, all right? It doesn't mean that you're just going to sit on the sofa and do nothing and wait and see what happens. I think there's going to be a level of experimentation. Maybe you'll do a couple of things that you've never done before and you'll get a response that is unimaginable, that you just wouldn't have believed. But you need to have some faith now in Spirit. Spirit has a plan, and that plan will turn out really, really well for you. But you have to open your heart, mind and soul to it. Okay? That got such a lot of strong feelings around that card. Where you need to focus your energy this month. The Eight of Acorns, energy and results. This is a great card. This is really about you moving forwards. But this card also has the kind of energy of letting go of things that no longer serve. But I'm getting told that this particular card today is not about letting go of what no longer serves. It's about you letting go, you surrendering. But also a reminder that what energy you put in will bring you results. So again, what I just said about, you can't just sit on the sofa and get a download and everything will be amazingly successful. You have to take some action. And I feel like where you put your energy, you will get results. But I don't know, it'll be interesting to see what else comes out of this reading, because I'm getting these really strong feelings of confliction, of wanting desperately to move forward, but not really knowing how to do it. But at the same time, wanting this step-by-step definitive plan. And then, on the other hand, wanting the help of Spirit to guide you. But you're like a tightly wound spring, Gemini. And this might not resonate for everybody, but there's somebody out there who I can sense is feeling like a very tightly wound spring, who you have huge ambitions. And you want so much, and you want to do so much good in this world, and you're frustrated, you want to get more done, you want to do more things, and you're trying to push, but yet the more you push, the more resistance there seems to be to what you're trying to do. I just keep being told, go with the flow. Go with the flow. Don't waste your energy pushing against the tide. I hope that's making sense to you. This is really interesting so far. It's a very different energy to the readings that I've done so far for 2022. Your strengths, positives, strategy and resilience, the Five of Feathers. The fives I always find interesting cards because they can represent conflict and tension. But I always feel with the fives that it's a choice for you. You have the option, and you have the option to either keep going and be positive, or to focus on the negatives. And so when these fives come out, I always feel like, that this is pivotal as to how well or badly you move forward. Because obviously if you get into a position of feeling negative, then you're not going to move forward very fast at all. Whereas if you choose to think positively, then, you'll move forward. You'll move forward really well. And this card, it says on it strategy and resilience. I think Spirit said to me, your strategy is to believe in the fact that Spirit has a plan. Your resilience is a strength for you because you will keep on going. You're not one for giving up, Gemini. You're not one for throwing in the towel very easily. Although I think if you're anything like me, sometimes you say you will. Sometimes you go, that's it, I'm done. I'm just so done. And then the second you say that you're done, you get this feeling of regret that says, no, I'm not really done. And you pick yourself up, and the following day you get back on with it. So there we have this Five of Feathers, which can be about a challenge in which there are no winners, where both people are disappointed or both people have to agree to disagree. There could be a little bit of loss, but it doesn't matter because your strength here is your resilience. I feel like a plan is going to come together for you. I think the strategy is going to show itself. I feel like Spirit is done being subtle with you. It's done trying to drop hints. I feel as though things are going to start to become very clear. Let's see what else we've got. Oh wow, in the obstacles position, possible blockages, we have the High Priestess, intuition and sacred knowledge. It's interesting when she comes up in this position, and she comes up in this position a lot in these readings because so many of us do not listen to our own intuition. And boy, do we pay for it. How many times have you felt in your gut that you should or shouldn't do something and you ignore it, and then down the line you think, oh, I knew I shouldn't have done that, or I knew I should have done this and I didn't, and you look back on it with utter regret. The unsuitable boys I have dated when I knew I shouldn't. Even friendships that I've entered into where, you know, I've noticed that somebody's got some kind of not particularly pleasant personality traits, but I've stuck with them regardless, only to be stabbed in the back. And I've thought afterwards, I knew there was a niggle there, that this person was not truly my friend. Things like houses, even when I've had the choice of two houses and I've picked the one that looks great on paper, and actually my gut has said, no, don't do that. But I've picked it because on paper it looked the most suitable, and things have gone horribly wrong down the line, and I've thought, oh my God, I wished I'd chosen the other one. Has that happened to you? I'm sure it must have happened to you, because we're really guilty of doing it. I think modern times and the way that we are these days in this modern world has knocked a lot of our intuition out of us. And the things that we were born with that came to us so naturally thousands of years ago, we actually have to learn now to tap into, which is such a tragedy. I think we're quite intuitive as children. And then as we get older, you know, we're told we must do the right things. We're told to use our logic. We're told to use, you know, common sense and all this, and not to choose things that might appear magical, even though our gut says it's the right thing to do. And we have to really learn to tap back into our intuition and our divine knowledge. This card is saying to you, do not block your intuition. Trust in your instincts. You are a fount of sacred knowledge. You are connected to the divine feminine, and you have the answers within you. This is very much, the more these cards are coming out, this is very much about you letting go. I think surrender is so far the word of the reading for this, because I feel like you are bound for great things, Gemini. There is a plan for you. I think there's something your soul is calling you to do. I believe it is lucrative, because this is your money reading. But I think that you have got into the habit of trying to control the money side of things, or maybe you feel out of control with your money situation. And Spirit is kind of saying now it's time for you to surrender. The money will follow. It's about the work. It's not about the money. It's about the work. And the signs are there. Spirit, as I said before, has done being subtle with you, Gemini. Spirit is going to drop a huge bucket of ice water down your back to wake you up. I'm being told now that you need to stop chasing the money in the ways that perhaps you have been. That by opening yourself up, you will find new opportunities to make the money. Your business will be lucrative, but it feels almost like you're trying to push it, to force it. There's almost a sense of desperation. And as I've said before, you know, these readings, they don't resonate for everybody, so take whatever does resonate for you and leave the rest behind. Oh, my voice is terrible today. Let's clear my throat a little bit. You need to stop trying to force it. You have a product or a service that your soul is calling you to offer. And I'm being told that there's somebody out there who intuitively knows what service or product they should offer, but they are not offering it because they don't feel that it's practical. It's not practical or lucrative. But actually it is. Spirit is saying to me, it is lucrative. There is money there. It's just, it might not be in the way that you think. and that you're trying to sell things that you think people want, but they don't necessarily want them. What they actually really want is what your soul's being called here to do. So you need to stop resisting. You need to stop resisting doing whatever it is that your intuition is telling you to do. I hope this is making sense. I have to say, I'm a Gemini also, and so I'm quite enjoying this reading, but it is a complex reading. It's not a straightforward reading. So let's see what the end result is. We have the Star, peace and healing. 2 major arcana cards here in your finances for this month, Gemini, which means big changes, huge life lessons. It's quite significant, you know, that I think there's going to be something new. There's going to be quite a big impact, a life-changing impact here, if you follow the energy of these cards. So I'm just going to go back over and just breathe for a second and just look once more at this money reading before I move into your general business reading and see whether that opens us up to any more information. I am being told that your business is valuable, that it is lucrative. But you need to stop trying to force things to happen. Allow it to happen naturally. Allow Spirit to give you the downloads. Don't close off your intuition. Don't ignore your intuition. Take time to open yourself up to messages coming through. The outcome there is the Star, which is a beautiful card. It's about regeneration, rebirth, healing things. It's about optimism, renewal. It can be about stripping things back. So now I'm wondering whether the message here is that you are overcomplicating things. And as I said that, I felt a jolt. I think that's a message for me. If I can overcomplicate something, I will. Easy peasy. And I wonder if that's what's happening here. If this, by trying to force your success, by trying to force people to buy your products, by trying to sort of do everything that you think is logical to do, and it's me knocking my camera, and not listening to your intuition, not surrendering, I suppose, to the things around you, is it that this overcomplication is preventing you from moving forward? One of the biggest business blocks that people suffer from is believing that business has to be really hard. That making money from something that feels simple is somehow wrong. And that belief can come from it feeling disrespectful to your parents or grandparents who probably did work really, really hard and maybe didn't earn the money that, you know, they were worth, or that they wished they'd had. You know, a lot of people work their fingers to the bone for every penny they had, and it wasn't always enough. And we can end up with this belief that money has to be earned the hard way, that business has to be really hard for it to be valid, for it to be meaningful. That, you know, if we do something that feels really simple, then somehow that's not as acceptable. So I'm wondering if you are overcomplicating things. And actually Spirit is saying to you, it's time for you to simplify what you're doing, to just do things the easy way. It doesn't have to be hard. You have peace and healing there at the end. Maybe all this conflict that's going on in your mind will disappear if you just surrender and let Spirit show you the way to go. If you're struggling with this, then my giveaway at the end of this video will definitely come in handy for you. I'm going to move into business reading now, Gemini, because it might shed some more light on this. This, as I said, this is your financial spread. I don't feel like this is sort of forecasting any sort of bankruptcy or any sort of massive financial upheaval. I actually feel like financially things are on the up and up for you if you open up to the messages, if you open up to your own intuition, to what it is that you need to do. There's something new coming in here that is financially viable. Spirit is also saying to me, don't give up. Remember this resilience card. Don't get so fed up that you give up. I have to say, I've been sick. Since the 9th of December I've been quite sick and I haven't done a lot of work. And I was battling about it. I kept feeling really guilty about it and thinking there were loads of things I should be doing. And then obviously we've had the Christmas holidays. And because I was feeling quite sick, I decided I would have Christmas Day and Boxing Day completely away from work. I wasn't going to think about work. I wasn't going to read about work, which is difficult for me, I have to say. I wouldn't go as far as to say as I'm a workaholic, but I do focus. I get very focused on work, and I love learning. I love personal development, and I love research. So it's unusual to find me not listening to a podcast or or reading a book or listening to an Audible book or something like that. And I thought, no, I'm not going to do any of that for a couple of days. And I've come back to things feeling really quite refreshed. I'm still a little bit tickly in the throat, but I do feel quite refreshed. And during that time, that couple of days where I wasn't really doing anything, I had time to think. And I did get some quite interesting downloads. You know, I was sitting at 10 o'clock at night on my terrace thinking about how grateful I am for everything that I have and how wonderful the Christmas holiday had been and how relaxed and chilled I felt. I felt a lot better. I feel like that's what Spirit wants to give to you. This feeling of peace and calm, of knowing what you need to do but not getting so bogged down in the minutiae of how to do it. I'm being told you need to let go of the chase for money, no matter how desperate you might feel, and focus on the calling that you have. Focus on putting energy into results for your clients, and everything else will fall into place. Right, I will now move in. I promised I'd move into the business reading. I will move into it. This is a great card. It came out for Aries, actually. It's the S card from... Ooh, there we go, we're rattling again. From Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light deck. And in the book, it's a great thing. You open the book up and it's just a page full of yeses. There are things coming in for you. This, in line with this, is telling me this kick in the pants that Spirit is bringing is coming. It's going to be big, Gemini. And you have to say yes. And what I am being told is, number one, listen to your intuition, because intuitively you will know that this is a sign from Spirit, from the universe. And number two, don't back out from fear or lack of confidence or make any of the usual BS excuses that we make when we need to get out of our comfort zone. This month for you, I feel, is about doing things that you may never have done before, things that will scare you witless. But you need to do it, because I feel like there's huge amounts of success at the end of it. If you want a bit of inspiration, I'll link to a book by Shonda Rhimes, The Year of Yes, where she decided that instead of saying no to everything, she would actually say yes to everything, and you just see where that takes her. Where you need to focus your energy, the Empress. Now, this is a card of beauty and abundance, but it's not saying that you need to focus your energy on money, okay? This card, I'm being told now, is about you focusing on birthing new things. It's time for a shake-up, Gemini. I feel conflict from some of you where, you don't really know what to do. This lack of clarity, this confusion and frustration at being confused. Maybe you've had some ideas before and you've tried them and they haven't worked and you're disappointed by it. Maybe you have some great ideas in your head, but when you try to put them out there, it doesn't seem as good as you thought it would. It's not turning out the way you thought it would. I feel like it's time for some reevaluation. I feel, and again, I'm getting this feeling of you trying to push things, of you trying to force things, of you trying to make things happen in a certain way, and it just isn't happening. It's time for you to really listen to that intuition, Gemini, and say yes to the things that are coming up, there are going to be massive opportunities. And this card is saying that you need to focus your energy on creating new things. And these are things that are going to be guided by spirit. They're not the things that you think will sell best. They are not the things that you think your clients want. I need you to be clear on that, Gemini. We go into business quite often thinking that we know exactly what our clients and customers need. And quite often, you know, I read a tale about somebody who said that, you know, he spent 2 years in his bat cave creating a course. And he spent a fortune on building this course. And he was so convinced it was exactly what people would want and they would pay good money for it and it would make him a fortune. And he came out of his bat cave and he went out to market this thing that he had created, and nobody bought it. Nobody. Not a single person. They were not interested in it. He thought they would be, but they weren't. And I'm being told now that it's time for you to do your research, to ask questions of your clients and customers, or of the people that could be your clients and customers if you're just starting out. Find out what they really want. Co-create with spirit. Don't make what you think people want, because it might not be right. You need to make what people are asking for, what people are in desperate need of. And I've just been told to share with you another story about how when we are selling our products and services, we tend to sell what we think our clients need, when actually we should be selling what our clients want and then giving them what they need. Does that make sense? It was, the way that he put it was that it's like we know that somebody needs a vitamin pill or a painkiller, but selling somebody a vitamin pill or selling them a painkiller isn't very glamorous, is it? It's kind of boring. And people don't really go out into the world going, you know what, today I'm going to buy that vitamin pill I want. But you have to wrap the vitamin pill up in something that they really do want, something that they really desire. So I guess for me, if I talk a lot about healing and soul healing and trauma, which is part of my work as an ecotherapist, I help people heal trauma, they don't often want to focus on that. Especially women in business, they don't want to think about the fact that possibly their past trauma is affecting their future business success. They just want more time, more clarity, more clients, better communication skills, oodles of confidence. They want all those things. So, but the problem is that beneath all those things is a trauma quite often. A limiting belief, an event that's left them with fears or negative thoughts or self-sabotaging behaviours. And they're generally all caused by some form of trauma in the past. But if I just talk about trauma, people just get turned off and walk away. But if I tell them that I can help them to achieve success, to feel more confident, to have more time, to attract clients and customers really, really easily, to feel competent, to get rid of imposter syndrome and that sort of stuff, so that they feel competent in what they're doing, so they don't feel like a fraud, so that they feel like they're valuable and they're worthy of charging good prices for their things. You know, people get fired up about that stuff. So I'm kind of wrapping up my vitamin pill in a bowl of ice cream. And I'm kind of being told that maybe this is something you need to look at, that maybe the way that you're trying to sell something is that you are trying to sell what people need but not necessarily what they want, and that the trick to actually getting people to get the thing that they need is by giving them what they want. And that's not deceitful. I just want to say that now. It's not deceitful. I don't go in with my clients going, well, I can give you all these amazing things and all these amazing skills, but you know, there's no work in it. We're not going to discuss any sort of trauma or anything like that. I'm just not going to mention it. We'll just bring that up later. It's just a way of attracting people to what it is you do in a positive kind of upbeat way, We like to move away from pain and towards pleasure. We don't really want to think about we might have to do something painful in order to hit 6 figures. I hope this is making sense. I really do. If you've got any questions, just ask me in the comments below if you're not sure about anything that I've said. Your strengths. The Hermit, contemplation and wisdom. I find this really interesting that this has come out as well now. This is about learning, soul searching. It is a little bit about going into solitude to think about what it is you want to do. And what I'm being told here now by Spirit is this. You need now to listen to you. Gosh, that rattling is so bad. You need to listen to you, okay? There are people around you that are going to perhaps put their 2 penneth in, that might say to you, you don't know what you're doing, or that will never sell, or, you know, famous last words, the kind of negative Nellies that want to tell you how to do something that maybe they've never done before. And Spirit is saying to me now, you are not them, they are not you. It's time to walk your own path, Gemini. And we've got this High Priestess, this reminder not to block your own intuition, not to ignore the sacred knowledge that you have. But here we've got your strength. Your strength will be in being alone in solitude to make decisions for yourself and not being swayed by other people's 2 penneth. Okay? You can go and learn things. Wow. Okay. You can learn things from experience. You can do courses and programs. All you want. But I feel in this reading that you are being told that you can birth new things, but you have to do them your way. And that rather than taking more courses and programs on how to do things, that possibly what you need to do is go into a state of meditation. Do some guided visualizations. Invite the soul of your business into your sacred space in your mind. Ask it questions. If you need any help doing that as well, just let me know in the comments. Let me know. I feel like you have all the answers. Spirit is going to give you the answers. And I don't feel you're going to be directed to other people to get those answers. I think they're going to come from within you. Really important that they come from within you. Oh, wow. Possible obstacles. Now, this is my favourite card. As a business reader, I love this card. He's the King of Acorns. He is all about optimism, innovation. He brings people together. He is a natural leader. He's correct. He's a visionary. He's charismatic. He's wonderful. He's full of enthusiasm, passion, inspiration, energy. He's deeply spiritual. He is a wonderful card. But he's come out in the possible obstacles position. And I feel again that this could be you blocking all those things. Gemini, you're amazing. Geminis are amazing. Geminis are charismatic. They are fantastic communicators. We are visionaries. We are generally quite naturally entrepreneurial. We love bringing people together. We are quite optimistic people. And we're very innovative. It's all correct. It's all there. But we often don't see that in ourselves. We feel very differently, I think. We allow our inner bitch to tell us that we're not good enough, that nobody likes us, that, you know, maybe we don't have any original ideas, that we're not good at what we're doing, that we're an imposter, we're a fraud, it won't work anyway, what happens if it doesn't work? All this sort of stuff we tell ourselves. And Spirit is saying it's time for you to stop it. You need to allow your optimism, your innovation to come out. You need to allow your spiritual side to come out now. You have this ability to bring people together. You need to go out and communicate. Don't block it. I'm being told that you are often silent about what you do. You don't tell people enough about what you do. And obviously the more people know about you, the more people are inclined to buy from you, which will lead to more money at the end of the day. let's just see what we've got as an outcome here before I go any further, because I just want to look at the fact that we've got, here we go. I was going to say, I want to look at the fact that we've got quite a few major arcana here. And what have we got? The end of the world, fulfillment and celebration. This is all about achievement, coming full circle, feeling fulfilled. And isn't that what we're in business for? Because we want to feel fulfilled. The majority of my clients come to me because they want to start a business that has an impact on the world in some way. They don't want to sell boring things. They don't want to sell environmentally damaging things. They want to sell things that help heal people, or the planet, or animals, or, you know, something that is compassionate and kind. And that's what we're here for. We're here because we want to have a celebration. We want to feel fulfilled. We want to run a business that at the end of the day we go, yes, I changed somebody's life today. And that's what this card is saying will come of this. Gemini, this is a deep reading. It's not a simple reading. It is not one of those readings where I can just whip through the cards and go, yeah, this is what this is and that's what that is, and it's all very simple. This is a pivotal month for you, Gemini. I feel very much like there is massive change ahead, that whatever it is that you've been doing thus far, you've realised it hasn't been working. It could be that you started 2021 full of all these great ideas, feeling innovative, you know, I'm going to change everything, this is the year everything's going to be really majorly successful, and then you've come to the end of the year and you're looking back and going, well, what have I achieved? And you're going, oh, well, I haven't achieved the things that I hoped I would achieve. Things are not going the way that I thought they would go. I haven't had the success that I really wanted. Now, if you are feeling like that, you are not alone. The giant C word has affected so many people. So many people. You know, people have had to close businesses because of it. People have had to pivot businesses. They've had to take business that's been face-to-face online and close down bricks and mortar stores. They've had to bring in new products and services to match the market. It's been a giant upheaval for the whole of the planet. I'm just going to try and move that because my window is rattling and I'm wondering if I can stop it. There, that might be better. Cool, blimey, honestly, it's like a tornado out there. It's crazy. Right, where was I? Yes, we've got a lot of major arcana here. We've got a lot of life lessons. We've got lessons here that are pointing towards you having faith. Having faith in spirit, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, that there is a plan for you. And that instead of trying to force the plan, you just have to surrender, relax, and go with it. Again, that's not to say we don't put energy in, because we do. But the energy that we put in, if we put it into the right things that Spirit guides us towards, will bring us the results that we want. There is a strategy out there. You are resilient. You can do this. Don't feel like you need to give up or, you know, start over or whatever. I don't feel like that's something that you need to do. What you need to do is to listen to your intuition now, to stop overthinking. Stop overthinking. Stop overcomplicating everything. Keep it really simple. Do whatever it is that you get messages about. It will bring about rebirth and renewal for you in your business. You will feel newly optimistic about it. You will feel like you've got something to rebuild. There are going to be opportunities that come up. You need to say yes to them. You will know intuitively and instinctively that they are the right thing for you to do. And I'm just going to say again, do not let your fear stop you. Don't get fear and intuition mixed up. Because some people do. They can't tell the difference. They feel that little niggle in their belly that says, oh, I couldn't possibly do this. They get that discomfort, that feeling that, you know, maybe you might have to get out of your comfort zone a little bit, and they feel upset about it. So what do? They go, well, that's my intuition telling me I shouldn't do it. You know the difference. You know the difference. You're being told now to take opportunities where you find them, to say yes to everything that comes up. Somebody says, will you be a guest on my podcast? What do you say? You say yes. Somebody says, can I interview you for my magazine? What do you say? You say yes. Somebody says, I need you to be an expert in my course. Will you come along and do that? You say yes. Somebody says, I'd like a new product or service from you. Can you create that for me? You say yes. It is time for you to birth new things, to bring new things into this world that are co-created with Spirit. It's time for you to not listen to gurus, to other coaches, etc., that are telling you how they built their empire, because you are not them, they are not you. It's for you to build it the way you want to do it. And the way that you'll discover what you need to do and how you need to do it is by going into contemplation. To use meditations. Meditate every day, morning and night, and see what comes up. Journal on what comes up. As I said, going to a guided visualization where you invite your business in, or you invite your higher self in to explain to you what it is you need to do to push your business forward, and listen to that. Don't listen to outside influencers, because I don't feel like that what has worked for them is going to work for you now. And that's really important. It's what's worked for them will not work for you right now. This is something about you being innovative, creating something completely new, something that, nobody else has really seen before, and you need to have the faith that it will work. We have this one in the blockages position there, this King of Acorns, this optimism and innovation. Do not talk yourself out of whatever it is that you are being drawn to do. You are being drawn to it for a reason, and this will be your reward. Fulfillment and celebration for having faith in yourself and Spirit that you can co-create something that is just way above and beyond anything that you would have thought of. What a fabulous reading. I'm so glad I'm a Gemini. Although I have to say, I don't always know what I've said in these readings. It's quite weird. I whiz through them to put my intro on and my outro on, and to make sure that there's nothing really terrible in there, if I wobble my camera, or if there's a really bad noise, or if the cats start fighting or whatever, sometimes I edit it out. But when I look back and I read it back, I realise that I've said things I didn't even know I said. So I will have to listen to this back and see what gets said. But I started off this reading feeling conflicted, feeling frustrated, feeling overwhelmed, feeling that there was a level of frustration above and beyond, that financially things are not going the way that you wanted, and that products and services are causing frustration as well. I've ended this reading feeling completely different, feeling fired up, that the answers are inside of you, feeling that you can be free of all this frustration and conflict that's going on inside of you, that you can just let it all go. Just have faith in Spirit and let it all go, and it'll all turn out perfectly. You just need to have the faith and surrender. So I'm going to end that there, Gemini. But I said there was a giveaway, didn't I? You deserve a cookie for getting to the end of this, you really do. What I'm giving away is an intuitive business success session with me. It's a 2-hour call, 1-to-1, me and you. It's worth $222, although that price will be going up shortly. And what we will do is we will get to the bottom of whatever issues you currently have in your business. So what I would say to you at the beginning is, if I had a magic wand, what would you like me to wave it at in your business? Is it that you need more customers? Is it that you need more confidence? Is it that you need to stop fearing visibility? You want to communicate better? Is it that you want clarity on what your business is all about and what your message is? Whatever it is, we will start there and we will talk about it. We can ask the cards for guidance, and by the end of the 2-hour session you should go away feeling quite inspired and motivated, and with a plan for the next month of what it is that you are going to do. And all you have to do to win that Intuitive Business Success session with me is comment underneath this video and tell me, what are you struggling with most in your business right now? What is your biggest obstacle? And, you know, don't be worried about it. Don't be worried about saying it, because I think everybody in business has an obstacle. You know, nobody's got smooth sailing. So, you know, what is it? What is it that if I could wave a magic wand at it and make it disappear, or make it appear in the case of cash and customers, what would you ask me for? What would you want me to help you with? And that's all you need to do. Put that comment below this video. On the 31st of January, I will pick a person and we will arrange to have this 2-hour session. And I promise you it'll be amazing. If you don't want to wait to see whether you've won this particular prize, what I've done is I've put you a code underneath this video for a half price Intuitive Business Success session. I've never done this before. I'm likely never to do this again. But I'm offering it for $111 with the special code below. 2 hours of pure intuitive business coaching with me to move you forward. And that offer is only available to the 31st of December. So get in quick with that one, because it will go away on the 31st of December 2001 at midnight, okay? I hope you enjoyed this reading. I thoroughly enjoyed giving it to you. It is an absolute privilege for me to read for you, and knowing that you've listened and that I've helped you is just amazing for me. Please do like, subscribe and share with anybody that you think might benefit. And if you've got any questions at all, I will answer them. Just to let you know, I do hold all comments on my videos because I get endless amounts of spam. Stupid amounts of spam. It's just crazy. And, you know, I'm not really in the business of sharing comments where people want you to go look at their tartars or whatever. So I tend to just delete those off. So if your comment doesn't appear, don't worry that it's not there and that you haven't been entered, because you will have. I will see it and I will approve it and I will let you know. I will confirm that you have been entered. It's a good idea if you subscribe and ding the bell so that when I announce the winner you will know. That's always a good thing. And have a fabulous January, Gemini. I feel like this month is just so amazing for you. It's going to be amazing for you. And I will see you again soon. Good luck with the draw. I hope to be chatting to you in February. With love and magic always, this is Maria Guines signing out.